The brick shattered the window of Alex Thompson's modest home in Willow Creek, Ohio, just as he was sharing a quiet dinner with his partner, Mark. Shards of glass rained down like accusations, and through the jagged hole, a mob's chants echoed, "Faggots out! This town's no place for your kind." Alex's heart pounded as he shielded his young son, Jordan, who was only 5, clutching his teddy bear in wide-eyed terror. The beginning of a nightmare that would force them to flee under the cover of night, leaving behind everything they knew. In the dim glow of the dashboard lights, Alex gripped the steering wheel of their old station wagon, Mark beside him whispering assurances that felt hollow. They had been outed by a spiteful neighbor after years of careful secrecy, and now the town's conservative backbone, led by Alex's own estranged father, the influential pastor Elias Thompson, had turned vicious. Elias, a pillar of the community church, had publicly denounced his son from the pulpit that very morning, calling homosexuality a sin that tainted the family name. As they sped away from Willow Creek, Alex glanced in the rearview mirror at Jordan sleeping fitfully in the back seat, wondering if he'd ever forgive himself for the upheaval he'd caused. The decision to come out to his family months earlier, hoping for acceptance, had backfired spectacularly, igniting a firestorm of gossip, threats, and isolation. They drove through the night to Cleveland, a larger city where anonymity might offer a shield. Alex and Mark scraped together what little savings they had to rent a cramped apartment in a rundown neighborhood. Alex, once a respected high school teacher in Willow Creek, now took odd jobs, waiting tables, stocking shelves, anything to keep food on the table. Mark, a graphic designer, found freelance work, but the stress of their abrupt exile strained their relationship. Whispers of doubt crept in. Was their love worth the destruction? Alex's internal turmoil was relentless. He replayed every choice, from falling for Mark in college to hiding it for so long. The societal pressure back home had been suffocating. Expectations of marriage, kids, a normal life. Now, in this new reality, he faced the moral quandary of raising Jordan in a world that might never fully accept them. Jordan, too young to grasp the full weight, asked innocent questions that pierced Alex like knives. "Why did Grandpa yell at you, Daddy? Are we bad?" Alex knelt down, forcing a smile. "No, buddy. Some people just don't understand love that's different." But inside, Alex wrestled with guilt. Had he been selfish in pursuing his happiness? The family's rejection wasn't just words. Elias had cut off all contact, even refusing to acknowledge Jordan as his grandson. Mark urged Alex to fight back, perhaps legally, but Alex chose silence, fearing more harm to their fragile unit. As months turned to years, they built a tentative new life. Jordan started school, making friends who didn't know their backstory. Alex and Mark attended underground support groups for gay couples, finding solace in shared stories of survival. Yet the scars lingered. Alex's dreams were haunted by the mob's faces, twisted in righteous anger. He questioned his faith, raised in Elias's church, where love was preached but conditional. The ethical dilemma gnawed at him. Should he have stayed closeted for Jordan's sake? Mark, ever the optimist, pushed for therapy, but Alex resisted, burying his pain in work. One evening, after a particularly grueling shift, Alex confessed to Mark, "I feel like I betrayed my own blood by being true to myself." Mark held him, but the tension built, a quiet rift forming from unspoken resentments. Jordan, sensing the unease, drew pictures of their old home, asking when they could go back. Alex's heart broke anew each time he lied. Someday maybe. As Jordan grew, the family's dynamics shifted. At 10, he began noticing the differences. No grandparents at holidays, hushed conversations about the past. Alex decided to tell him the truth, age-appropriately, emphasizing love over hate. "Your other dad and I love each other, and that's why we had to leave." Jordan's eyes widened, but he nodded, hugging Alex tightly. It was a pivotal choice, one that planted seeds of empathy in the boy. But societal whispers followed them even in Cleveland. Bullying at school when classmates overheard rumors. Jordan learned to defend himself, his small fists clenched in determination. Alex watched, proud yet terrified, knowing the world could be cruel. The pressure mounted when Mark received a job offer in San Francisco, a haven for the LGBTQ community. "This could be our fresh start," Mark pleaded. Alex hesitated, torn between stability and uprooting Jordan again. The decision weighed heavily. Stay in Ohio, close to painful roots, or embrace a new identity. In the end, they moved, trading Midwest caution for West Coast openness. San Francisco's vibrant scene was a revelation. Pride parades, accepting neighbors. Alex found work as a counselor for at-risk youth, channeling his experiences into helping others. Mark thrived professionally, but the move highlighted their differences. Mark wanted to activist, while Alex preferred quiet assimilation. Jordan adapted quickly, excelling in school and discovering a passion for debate. 13, he came home one day, eyes blazing. "A kid called me a name because of you too." I told him off. Alex's stomach twisted, pride mixed with fear. He sat Jordan down, explaining the broader fight. "Society's changing, but not fast enough. You have to choose your battles." This conversation sparked Jordan's interest in politics, reading about civil rights heroes. Unbeknownst to Alex, it was the genesis of a fire that would lead back to Willow Creek. Years blurred into a tapestry of milestones and heartaches. In San Francisco, Alex and Mark's relationship deepened, but not without trials. A health scare, Mark's bout with pneumonia, forced Alex to confront his lingering abandonment issues. "What if I lose you too?" he whispered in the hospital room. Mark squeezed his hand. "Then you fight on, for Jordan." The ordeal strengthened them, but Alex's internal conflict persisted. Was their love a beacon or a burden? Society's evolving views offered hope. Same-sex marriage legalized in 2015, but memories of Willow Creek's bigotry lingered like shadows. Jordan, now a teenager, navigated his own identity. At 16, he confided in Alex, "I think I like boys too." The revelation hit Alex like a thunderbolt. Joy mingled with dread. "That's okay, son. But the world." He trailed off, flashbacks to his own youth flooding back. Elias's sermons had instilled shame in Alex. Now he vowed not to pass it on. They attended family therapy, unpacking generational trauma. Jordan's questions probed deep. "Why didn't Grandpa accept you?" Alex's answer was raw. Fear, mostly, and outdated beliefs. This honesty forged an unbreakable bond, but it also ignited Jordan's resolve to challenge injustice. College beckoned, and Jordan chose Ohio State, drawn back to his roots despite Alex's warnings. "Why go there? It's too close to the past." Jordan's eyes were steely. "Because I want to understand it, and maybe change it." In Columbus, Jordan majored in political science, joining LGBTQ advocacy groups. He dated openly, facing occasional slurs but standing tall. Letters home detailed his activism, protests, petitions, making Alex both proud and anxious. Mark encouraged it. "He's fighting the battles we couldn't." But Alex worried about the cost, remembering his own exile. A turning point came during Jordan's junior year. He interned at a state senator's office, witnessing policy debates on gay rights. One bill, aiming to protect LGBTQ youth in schools, hit close to home. Jordan lobbied tirelessly, his passion earning notice. But personal betrayal struck when a boyfriend, pressured by his conservative family, ghosted him after a public event. Jordan called Alex in tears. "It hurts so much. Is this what you went through?" Alex's voice cracked. "Yes, and more. But you rise above." The experience hardened Jordan, teaching him the price of visibility. Graduation brought a family reunion in Columbus. Alex and Mark flew in, beaming as Jordan walked the stage. Over dinner, Jordan announced his plan. "I'm moving back to Willow Creek to run for local office." Alex's fork clattered. What? After what they did to us? Jordan's gaze was unflinching. Exactly because of that. Someone has to show them change is possible. The argument escalated, Alex fearing history's repeat, Mark mediating. Ethical dilemmas swirled. Was revenge motivating Jordan, or genuine reform? Alex lay awake that night, torn between protecting his son and letting him forge his path. Jordan returned to Willow Creek, a stranger in his birthplace. The town had changed superficially. New strip malls, a diverse influx, but undercurrents of conservatism remained. He rented a small apartment, taking a job at a community center while building his network. Whispers followed. That's the Thompson kid, the one who's dad. Jordan ignored them, focusing on outreach. He volunteered at the church. Elias had retired, but his influence lingered. Meeting old family friends, Jordan faced pointed questions about Alex. Your father's choices were regrettable, one said. Jordan replied calmly, love isn't a choice. Acceptance is. Building a campaign for city council was grueling. Jordan knocked on doors, sharing his vision. Inclusive policies, anti-discrimination ordinances. Opponents smeared him, dredging up the past. Like father, like son, flyers read. The attack stung, but Jordan pressed on, his platform gaining traction among younger voters and newcomers. Alex, from afar, sent encouragement but harbored doubts. Phone calls revealed Jordan's exhaustion. Some days, I question if it's worth it. Alex's advice was poignant. It is, if you believe in the change. A major confrontation loomed when Elias, now frail in a nursing home, requested a visit. Jordan hesitated, decades of silence, the man who had disowned his own son. But curiosity won. In the sterile room, Elias looked diminished. I heard you're running for office. Jordan nodded. For the town that chased my dad away. Elias's eyes welled. I was wrong. Fear blinded me. The admission was a shock, but Jordan probed, why now? Elias confessed regrets, influenced by a changing world and his own loneliness. It was a moment of tentative reconciliation, but Jordan left conflicted. Forgiveness versus accountability. As election day neared, tensions peaked. A debate pitted Jordan against a veteran councilman who invoked traditional values. Jordan countered eloquently, tradition shouldn't mean exclusion. The crowd was divided, but his words resonated. Back home, Alex watched online, heart swelling. Yet, a leaked story about the family's history threatened to derail everything. Jordan faced the press. My past shapes me, but it doesn't define me. The vulnerability paid off, humanizing him. Victory on the city council was bittersweet. Jordan won by a narrow margin, the first openly gay elected official in Willow Creek's history. Cheers erupted at his watch party, but anonymous threats arrived soon after, echoes of the brick through the window years ago. Jordan steeled himself, implementing reforms. Sensitivity training for police, partnerships with LGBTQ organizations. Alex visited for the swearing-in, a surreal return. Standing in the town hall, memories assaulted him. The place where Elias had once rallied against moral decay. Father and son walked the streets, Alex pointing out changed landmarks. It's different now, Jordan said, but Alex saw lingering stares. Over coffee, they delved deep. Did I make the right choice leaving? Alex asked. Jordan pondered. You had no choice, but staying might have changed things sooner. The conversation unearthed buried emotions. Alex's guilt for abandoning his roots, Jordan's for dragging the family back into the fray. Mark, ever supportive, joined via video, reminding them of their strength. Jordan's term brought challenges. A proposed Pride event sparked backlash, with petitions calling it an affront to family values. Jordan navigated the storm, compromising on scale but standing firm on principle. Personal life complicated matters. He began dating Ethan, a local teacher, discreetly at first. Ethan's family, devout like Elias once was, disapproved. They think it's a phase, Ethan confided. Jordan empathized, drawing parallels to his father's struggles. The relationship tested his resolve, public scrutiny versus private happiness. A crisis erupted when a gay teen in town attempted suicide after bullying. Jordan spearheaded an investigation, exposing systemic failures in schools. He confronted the superintendent, a holdover from Elias's era. "This can't continue," Jordan demanded. The meeting was tense, accusations flying. In the aftermath, Jordan questioned his impact. "Am I just one voice?" Alex, on a call, shared his own doubts. "Change is incremental, son, but necessary." The incident galvanized support, leading to new policies. Family dynamics shifted further when Elias passed away. Jordan attended the funeral, the only Thompson there. Old acquaintances offered condolences laced with curiosity. Inheriting a small estate, Jordan discovered letters Elias had written but never sent. Apologies to Alex. Delivering them personally, Jordan flew to San Francisco. Alex read them silently, tears streaming. "He regretted it," Jordan said. Alex nodded, but forgiveness was elusive. Regret doesn't erase the pain. The moment forced Alex to confront his anger, weighing closure against grudges. Inspired, Jordan eyed higher office, mayor. Campaigning intensified, his platform expanding to economic revitalization with inclusivity at its core. Opponents played dirty, funding ads that questioned his family values. Ethan stood by him, but the strain showed arguments over visibility. "I can't hide who I am," Jordan said. Ethan replied, "But at what cost?" The ethical tightrope, personal sacrifice for public good. A betrayal blindsided him. A trusted advisor leaked private emails, twisting words to portray Jordan as anti-traditional. The scandal dominated local news, polls dipping. Jordan faced the press again, owning mistakes. "I'm human, but my commitment isn't." The fallout tested alliances. Some supporters wavered. Alex flew in, offering counsel. "This is the price we pay." Together, they strategized a comeback, emphasizing authenticity. As polls recovered, Jordan reflected on his journey, from frightened child to changemaker. The internal conflict. Had he sought power for revenge or redemption? Ethan's ultimatum forced clarity. "If this destroys us, is it worth it?" Jordan chose both, proposing publicly at a rally, a bold statement of love amid politics. The crowd's reaction was mixed, but it humanized him further. The mayoral race heated to a boil. Jordan's opponent, a seasoned businessman named Harlan Reed, embodied the old guard, wealthy, connected, and subtly homophobic in his rhetoric. Reed's campaign ads harped on restoring moral fiber, code for rolling back Jordan's reforms. Debates were fierce. In one, Reed sneered, "This town needs leadership rooted in timeless principles, not fleeting trends." Jordan fired back, "Principles that exclude are no principles at all." The exchange went viral, boosting Jordan's profile but inviting national scrutiny. Personal tolls mounted. Ethan's family cut ties, leaving him isolated. Jordan comforted him, but guilt gnawed. "Am I worth this?" Ethan affirmed, "We fight together." Yet, doubts crept in, echoes of Alex and Mark's early strains. Alex, visiting more frequently, shared wisdom. "Love survives if you nurture it." But Alex's own health faltered. A heart condition surfaced, stress induced from years of suppression. Jordan rushed to his side in the hospital, roles reversing. "You can't leave me now," Jordan pleaded. Alex smiled weakly. "I've seen you become the man I dreamed of." Recovery brought introspection. Alex confided in Jordan about missed opportunities. "I should have fought harder back then." Jordan disagreed. "You protected us. That's strength." The dialogue healed old wounds, but societal pressures persisted. A town hall meeting turned chaotic when protesters disrupted, chanting slurs. Jordan stood firm, de-escalating with poise. The incident highlighted the divide, progress versus resistance. Campaign funds dwindled, forcing tough choices. Jordan rejected a shady donor's offer, prioritizing ethics over expediency. Integrity matters, he told his team. The decision cost endorsements, but garnered respect from independents. Meanwhile, Mark organized fundraisers in San Francisco, bridging coasts. A surprise ally emerged, Elias's former congregation members, swayed by Jordan's outreach. One elderly woman approached. "Your grandfather would be proud now." The words stirred mixed emotions, validation tainted by past betrayal. As election night approached, anxiety peaked. Jordan dreamed of the brick incident, roles swapped. He as the child, helpless. Waking, he called Alex. "What if I lose?" Alex's response, "Then you try again. Defeat isn't failure." The encouragement fueled final pushes. Door-to-door canvassing, impassioned speeches. Polls closed amid tension. Results trickled in, Jordan trailing initially. Supporters gathered, nerves frayed. Then a surge, youth turnout swung it. Victory announced, cheers erupted. Jordan, now mayor, embraced Ethan on stage, a public affirmation. Alex and Mark watched via stream, tears flowing. But triumph was tempered. Reed conceded bitterly, vowing opposition. Inauguration day dawned bright. Jordan took the oath in the same hall where his grandfather once preached division. His speech addressed the past. "We heal by acknowledging pain, not ignoring it." Policies rolled out, expanded protections, community dialogues. Yet, challenges loomed. Budget fights, pushback from council holdouts. Personal growth continued. Jordan visited Elias's grave, laying flowers. "I forgive you," he whispered, a weight lifting. Sharing with Alex, they discussed legacy. Blood doesn't define family. Choices do. Alex nodded, his own reconciliation budding. Mayoral duties consumed Jordan, but fulfillment came with costs. A controversial ordinance banning discrimination in housing sparked lawsuits from conservative groups. Jordan defended it in court, testifying about his family's exile. "This isn't politics. It's humanity." The judge ruled in favor, a landmark win, but backlash included vandalism at City Hall. Security tightened. Ethan worried constantly. "Is this our life now?" The question mirrored Alex's past dilemmas. Family visits became lifelines. Alex and Mark relocated part-time to Willow Creek, buying a home, symbolic return. Alex volunteered at the community center, mentoring youth. One teen's story mirrored his own, outed, rejected. Alex guided him, drawing from experience. "You survive, then thrive." The role reversal empowered Alex, easing old guilts. A major crisis tested Jordan's leadership, a factory closure threatening jobs. He negotiated with owners, balancing economic needs with worker rights. Union leaders praised his empathy, but critics accused favoritism. Internal conflict arose, compromise or idealism. Jordan chose hybrid, retraining programs with inclusivity clauses. Success bolstered his reputation, but exhaustion set in. Ethan proposed marriage, a joyful pivot. Planning amid duties, they faced venue rejections from holdout businesses. Jordan used it as leverage, change or lose out. The wedding was intimate in the town park, a statement of progress. Alex walked Jordan down the aisle, Mark beaming. Vows exchanged, tears flowed. But a disruptive protester shouted slurs, swiftly removed. The incident underscored unfinished work. Post-honeymoon, Jordan eyed state-level politics. Mentors encouraged, "You're a symbol now." But Alex cautioned, "Don't lose yourself." The ambition stirred debate, power's allure versus grounded impact. A scandal involving a council ally's corruption forced Jordan's hand. Expose or cover? He chose truth, losing the ally but gaining integrity. The fallout isolated him temporarily, echoing past betrayals. Healing extended to broader family. Distant relatives reached out, curious. Jordan hosted a reunion, bridges mending. Stories shared revealed Elias's complexities, his own suppressed doubts. Alex listened, forgiveness inching forward. He was a product of his time, Alex mused. Jordan countered. But we choose to evolve. Community transformations inspired. The first Pride event, modest but meaningful, drew crowds. A float honored exiles like Alex. Speeches moved attendees. One man approached Jordan. Your story gave me courage. The ripple effect was profound, but opposition persisted, boycotts, threats. Jordan's health mirrored Alex's. Stress manifested in migraines. Ethan insisted on balance. We need you whole. Therapy helped unpack layers, generational trauma, societal weight. Jordan reflected. Am I defined by the fight? The answer evolved, no, but committed to it. 2 decades from the exile, Willow Creek bore Jordan's imprint. Thriving, inclusive. Yet, undercurrents of resistance simmered. A national spotlight came when Jordan testified in Congress on LGBTQ rights, sharing the family's saga. From chased out to leading, change is possible, but hard won. Applause rang, but hate mail followed. Security became routine, a stark reminder of vulnerability. Personal milestones marked time. Alex and Mark celebrated their 30th anniversary in Willow Creek, surrounded by community. Jordan toasted, to love that endures. Alex, healthier now, confided pride. You turned our pain into purpose. The evening was cathartic, closures abound. A final confrontation arose with Reed, now retired but influential. At a town forum, Reed challenged, You've changed too much too fast. Jordan responded, change or stagnate. The exchange, respectful yet pointed, symbolized progress, dialogue over division. Reflecting on the journey, Jordan wrote a memoir, detailing choices, costs, awakenings. Proceeds funded scholarships for LGBTQ youth. Launch event drew Alex on stage. My son's the hero. Emotion choked him. As mayor, Jordan pondered legacy. Reforms enduring? A young council hopeful, inspired by him, ran successfully, torch passed. In quiet moments, Jordan questioned. Had the sacrifices been justified? Family intact, town transformed, but scars remained. Was it right to forgive those who caused irreparable harm, or does true justice demand eternal accountability?